claim to fame, Puppet Rebellion. Now, this song I really, really like because my point of view of the song lyrically is that it's almost a shot at the one-hit wonders, saying, "Come on, it's your last chance to make one more decent tune, and before you kind of disappear into the woodwork," you know?
Yeah. I'd maybe add to that and say it's. I know Craig kind of came up with the idea behind the song, and he wrote the lyrics behind it. So I think he had in mind some TV shows. I won't name any specific TV shows, but TV shows that encourage people to come on the show and sing someone else's song instead of being creative, being independent, writing their own music and what have you. So it's kind of saying, it's. Yeah. We had enough of listening to people who all sound the same, singing someone else's song. Create something new, something fresh.
It's funny you mention that because you're right. Because you don't need to mention the show at all because I think every single person listening right now or will listen to it knows exactly what show you're talking about. So there's no need to even mention it. So I completely understand where you came from with that one. So
it's funny. Some advice from Emma Scott, actually, from Blood and Baby, in her book. She sent us her book. Just a general advice to people in bands, and one of the things she advises is don't offend anyone on the way up. I'm not naming any particular shows. Maybe one day someone from that show might listen to our music and like it. So yeah.
No, Emma's got a good point, and she's the one that I recently, in the past month and a half, 2 months, have come in contact with, and has been sending me music to play, check out, and I've been very appreciative of it. And she's a smart woman; she knows what she's talking about. And I'm telling this just from emails, not even talking to her personally, face to face or via Skype. So, but it's really cool, and it's such a great idea for a song too. I mean, because there's nothing wrong with taking little pot shots because it's more or less in how it's written is what it comes down to, because it's more of an indirect pun or shot because if the more direct you are, the less people will listen or could possibly take offense, right? And
I suppose if you leave things open a little to interpretation, and then people can, it makes for interesting conversation when you've got two people who like a song and they might interpret it in slightly different ways.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing is people love to give their own interpretations of songs. Majority of people do at least because either they can relate in some form or another. Or they can say, I'm thinking this sounds this way because this and this and this, and then the other person will say, well, no, you're wrong because blah blah blah, and then there you go. You can have an hour-long debate on just the one song.
It's the same song.
Well, that's right, and it can be fun, and I'm sure at some points it can be a little aggravating is the wrong word, maybe a little irritating because it's not obviously two different opinions. Depending on who the people are, it doesn't always turn out well at the end of the conversation.
No.
So, what's next for Puppet Rebellion, Paul? What do you guys have coming up? What's in the works right now?
We were in the studio recently. We recorded another 4 tracks that are going to be released at some point over the next 12 months. And beyond that, we haven't got firm plans. One day we'd like to put an album out, so we're thinking about the best way of going about that. But we're writing songs. We're just constantly writing songs for the future, and just trying slightly different ways, slightly different approaches of recording as well. We're putting demos down for ideas, but trying to get them as strong as we can at a demo stage, so we get an idea of what it's going to sound like, and then we're going to pick. Once we've got enough, we're happy with maybe 20 songs. We'll pick the best from them and go on to write the next 20.
Now, with doing that, picking like you said, picking the songs out of say 20 songs or so, do you ever find you go back to some of the songs you didn't use and maybe rework them a little bit and say, what, now it sounds like the way we want before it didn't?
Definitely. It'll always be one particular bit in a song. Like we're always quite critical of songs. Like even on this EP, we'll all have our favourite bit of each song, and we'll say, oh yeah, I really like this chorus in this song, but it's not my favourite song because of the other bits. So yeah, I mean the goal is always to have a song where it's got an amazing intro, amazing verse, amazing chorus. But it doesn't always end up like that. And you're always trying to like improve. So definitely, we'll look back, we'll think, really like that intro to that song, so we're going to take that, try and write a new song with it. Yeah.
Well, just a few more questions here, Paul. One of them is, when you guys play your live shows, do you ever go back and play the old ones, or is that kind of done now since the lineup's changed?
We're rewriting stuff actually, yeah. So there's some songs that we had with our old lineup that we're still using, but we've kind of improved them since then. There isn't a single song really that hasn't changed. But maybe Pirouette is probably the one that's changed the least. We still play that one live, but that one it might not be in our lineup next year. Yeah, like for example, Cupboards Painted Red that we recorded with Sai. Like since we did that recording, we thought there's just a couple of little things here and there that we wanted to improve on it. A couple of sections that we just wanted to tighten it up, make it a little shorter. So yeah, we're reworking that one, and Ollie still sings that one with us, and that one, yeah, it seems to be a bit of a fan favourite.
Well, right on. Now, with that being said, is there when you go again going to your live show? When you guys play the songs live, I know it's nice because you guys have a little bit more freedom to play a little bit more because you don't have any time constraints. Like, well, not any tight time constraints because you're not paying for studio time here. Now, do you find some of the stuff that you do live, like the extra add-ins, has carried over into the studio at all?
Yeah, it's interesting actually. So on the track on the last track of the EP. That kind of came about with like a voiceover that Craig does, and we actually use that. We use that sound clip of his. It has a little bit of a rant, a bit of a monologue, and yeah, we use that live. We use that clip and kind of blend it in with the sound when we play live, and it kind of I think it sounds good. I like the way it sounds. It's kind of like a big big atmosphere. There's like some guy just shouting, sounds really angry, but then like Ollie's there live and he's singing, and I think that's it's one of the highlights of a live set for me.
Right on, man. That's actually pretty cool. You don't hear too many bands doing that, or at all, really, to be honest. Because a lot of times, if it's something like that, the live shows a lot of times, it's they'll use like the actual recording for someone like that, and then they're going to play the song. But the fact that you're actually doing it live is a completely different ballgame, and that's something else. That's actually really cool that you guys are actually doing it that way. That was like a first for us, like having kind of a sound clip that we thought worked, and people will have to let us know, what they think of it, because we put it in there on the EP. We weren't sure whether or not to put this sound clip with Craig kind of with his monologue, and. Yeah, like it was his idea, and as I say, it was a democratic thing, and it came out that we decided to use it, and hopefully people like it. Right on. So, last question is, what gigs do you have coming up? I know you mentioned the London gig, but what other stuff do you have going on gig-wise?
There's a festival in Bury, which is just north of Manchester here in the UK, and it's called Ramsbottom Festival, and there's some quite big bands that we're fans of ourselves who are going to be headlining. So we're quite excited about that. I think Idlewild are going to be playing. I don't know if you've heard of them, Scottish band, and it's actually our singer Ollie's favourite band, so he's pretty excited they're going to be playing. And after that, we've got quite a few dates coming up that we're going to finalise, and we're going to get them up on the band website. We've got a new website coming up, so we'll announce those really, really soon. But it's going to be around 10 dates over the winter period. Right
on, nice. Well, it sounds like you guys have got it all worked out, and I wish you guys all the best. So, Paul, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show. Like, I really appreciate you coming on. And I mean, like I said, it's been a while since I talked to anybody from the band, so this has been very exciting and very cool for me. I've been looking forward to this. And as soon as I heard yesterday, got the DM. I mentioned on the show right away. I said, I don't have confirmation yet, but I'm hoping for 9 p.m. GMT time tomorrow. I'll be talking to Bubble Rebellion. So, man, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'll just do a very quick shout out to Camilla. I think she's in Suffolk, and she has tweeted about us. So yeah, hi Camilla. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Right on. If you want to do any more shout outs now, Paul, now's the time.
I haven't actually prepped my shout out, so I'll be honest. That was just a live one that came up. Yeah, she was on Twitter, but. No, I just want to say hi, thanks to everyone. Thanks for having me on the show, and thanks to everyone for listening.
Well, like I said, again, Paul, thank you so much. And when we get a little bit further and new songs get recorded and more stuff happens, I would love to have you come back on the show again.
Definitely. Yeah, hope to see you again.
All right, Paul, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Cheers.
All right, have a good night. All right, guys, that was Paul from Puppet Rebellion. That was awesome. Like it's been a while since we've had any members from Puppet Rebellion on the show. So what a good way to start out with some brand new songs from the new EP called "Life Is in Your Hands." Please check it out. It's on Plug In Baby, iTunes, SoundCloud. It's pretty much any digital format you can pick it up on as well. It's sold at their live shows as well. So until next time, which is 9:00 p.m. tonight, which is 2 a.m. GMT, if anybody will still be up listening. I'll be interviewing local band Bodhi Jar. They'll be joining me in-house at the Bone Studio tonight. So tune in for that. And then, of course, tomorrow night we have NMS at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. PDT, and 2 a.m. in GMT. So until then, guys, let's rock and roll. Talk to you soon. Bones out. Thanks for listening.